morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on what part of the world you are in. Work continues on our little Spanish village. Oh, I have to go down my speed a little bit. Hope everyone is doing well today. Now, not sure if I want to make 4 of these or try and rebuild the same one 3 more times because I want this to be buildable. Well, it's going to be buildable, but I'm not sure if it's going to be buildable as one complete city block or 4 city blocks. So we'll see once we get the first one built if I can replicate it easily or if it's going to have to be rebuilt piece by piece. So we shall see. Just trying to push these back where they're not sticking out. There we go. Alright, so now just got to figure out where we want these trees. It looks like we're going to do, let's go with another one of these and throw it here. Yep, I think that's what we're going to do. We'll go here. Treyboy Gaming 2021, thank you for the follow. Thank you for taking time out of your day, stopping in, saying hello. Much appreciated. I'm messing around with, well, we're still working on the top of Center Mountain. So we have Center Mountain surrounded by the valley, surrounded by Outer Mountain, all the way around the perimeter of the map. And we're working on all of our commercial districts and residential on the top of Center Mountain. And building a little Spanish village, but there's going to be 4 of these that take up this whole square. So I'm just trying to decide how I want to replicate this because we have to make it buildable. So when you first start the game, you won't see this. This won't be here. And you're going to have to build it into the map. So I want to get this square finished. And I got to figure out if I'm going to have to build 3 more of them or if I can replicate it easily. Because I can't build them in like transform groups. They all have to be individual pieces in order for it to build the way I want it to build into the map. Oh, come on. And my mouse has not been working for the last couple days. It's been clicking off of everything. So I have not had a chance to get another one. Now, I have some other bushes over here. I think I want to, let me take a peek at something. Yeah. Maybe. I can want one that doesn't look like a pine tree. I'm going to probably have to go back into the other map and pull out another bush I thought I had in here. I guess I don't. I have some other little bushes to put in here. I just thought I pulled them out of the map, but I guess I didn't. And the other thing I got to make a decision on is what we're putting behind these buildings. And I had an idea this morning what I might do, and let me try it now. Let me duplicate one of these a minute. What I might do is some of these skinny parts, we may put some more houses facing in. To the courtyard. Just to fill in some of the space. Yeah, I think I like that plan actually. But I want them all the way back. And then in the center, I can put like bike racks and little kind of stuff in here. Calderson 93, good morning. One of those as a courtyard for an apartment complex would look nice. Yeah, we're working on a little Spanish village. And it's actually coming out a little bit better than I had expected it to. So I need something that's gonna take up a little square. Let me go jump over here to my staging area and see what else I have that's a small square. This is my staging area. I'm just pulling parts and pieces out of this to use over in my village. I think I've pretty much used every building that's over here already. I don't see anything new. I think I already have one of those. Commercial Building 02. Called yourself, it's being beautiful. It's getting there. It is getting there. Now I want to repeat this 4 times. I want this whole square to be a Spanish village. So we are getting there. Let me try a few more things. Let's take that commercial building there. Yeah, I start working on these projects and I end up going, oh, it should take me an hour, and it ends up being like a 4-day project. Alright, so I'm going to go edit, cut, and paste because it has to be in this transform group. Now we see something here. Now we could change the shape a little bit. So, you're going to be too thick. Okay, so that ain't going to work. Alright, I can skinny it down, but it'll be skinny. It'll be way too skinny. Now, what do you look like? Okay, I can work with this one possibly. So let me take this guy here. Let's bring him over this way. Down. Oh, yeah, that's going to fit in there just about perfect. So now we'll have apartments facing out. I will have some apartments facing in to the courtyard. So if it bring, yeah, this guy about here. Let's pull him. He's got it. They've got to be touching the building behind it. So I don't want that gap in there. Now your roof is going to flicker because you're too far in. Alright, then let's try this. Let's pull you over here. And then I can put you in the corner. That'll work. And then I could take one of these guys. Yeah, one of these guys. And let's bring it over here. I can make them a little bit bigger. So let's bring you back this way. And you've got to come in a little bit narrower. Yeah. And then if I make you deeper, you can go, yeah, right about like that. Alright, now, what do we have over here? Let's just take one of these guys, and we'll flip him around. And we'll put another one facing in. Yeah, something like that. Alright, so that fills in, yeah, that fills in these gaps. I had no idea what I was going to do with them. So now we can just take another one of these guys, and let's bring it this way to 0. Now he's going to be, well, I can shorten him up a little bit. No, let's go with one. No, let's get rid of that. Let's go with another one of the skinny ones. Or what do you look like? Oh, might be able to double you up. So let's see what you look like here. Okay, that one I can live with that. Now what else? What do we have going on over here? So I need, actually what I might be able to do is take you and let's flip you this way. And then how do you fit back in on yourself? You're unfinished on this side. So if we flip you back this way, you're unfinished on that side. Right, so you're not going to fit in there. But what I can do is I can put another one of these skinny apartments in there. So let's bring you over. And we'll turn you I could probably make you a little bit shorter. Or do I have a smaller one? I do have a smaller one. This one is a little bit smaller. I think you'll fit in there better. Yeah. Yeah, right about like that. Perfect. Now we got a little space over here to fill in. So what do I want to start with? Let's start with yeah, one of you. Let's move you down this way. Yeah, I know what we're going to do. You're going to go here. But I'm going to pull you out to the end. Yeah, and then we're going to take that corner store that looks like an apartment. Oh, it's not going to fit in there the way I want it to. Well, kind of, sort of, hold on. So if I pull you back, now can I make you a little bit wider where you don't look stretched out? Yeah, 'cause you're really not going to see it unless you come back here. And then I just need one more. And we're going to work with this same one here. This way. And pull it back. Yeah, something like that. And we'll put grass and stuff around it. Alright, let me do a save. Now, I've got two choices. I can make this build as an individual block and we could do 4 individual builds. But I wanted this to build as one unit. Now there's a couple things I can try. Let me let this save. I have a feeling I'm gonna end up rebuilding this entire square piece by piece, one at a time. So let me try something. This is going to be purely experimental. So I don't know if it's going to work. But let me take this whole group. I'm going to duplicate it and I'm going to pull it down here because this is where we're going to want the next right about here. And that's going to work out well because we're going to put a street between them. Now I don't know if this is going to work, but let's try it anyway. I'm going to go from there to here. This scares me because it's going to pop. If it pops right on top of the other one, let's go edit, cut, visibility, edit, paste. Please don't pop in on top of the other one you did. And I can't move them as a whole. I can't move it as a whole. I've got to move it as all individual pieces. So let me undo that. So I'm going to have to build these, instead of rebuilding everything here piece by piece and spending 4 days on one project, I'm going to have to make these 4 separate builds. Which means I need 4 separate city blocks, and I need 4 separate transform groups. Yeah, let's do it. Let me make a bunch of spares. So that one is going to be City 2. You are going to be City 3. Then I need this transform group inside of this one. And then it has to go over here. And then it is also City 3. Why do I have a spinny wheel? Okay. Now we come up here and I take this whole visibility group and we go edit, cut, City 3, and paste. Oh, come on, give me this slidey thing. So you're going to go... Oh, you're not lined up right. Get you lined up square to this one first. Right about there. And we can get you where I want it and put the trees and stuff in. Or put the bushes and foliage and stuff in. So you're going to go about there. And then let's go duplicate this guy. So we go edit, cut, and paste. Alright, so now we make it a little bit easier. So now we go, your City 2, your City 3. So take City 2, and duplicate the whole thing. And then you're going to be City 4. And you're going to be City 4. And then you get slid up to this corner up here. because I want to put some kind of parking structure in between for this village. So you're going to come up here and you're going to go right about there, and we're going to have some streets and some parking between it. And now we take this one and we'll duplicate it, and we're going to move it up and it is going to be City 5. And then this becomes City 5. There we go. Now this one comes up. Now, ignore that row of businesses for now. That's our next project. So I've got to get you where you are over. Yeah, right about there. You should be lined up. Now, in between, there's the question. Do I put another T here and an X in the middle? Or do I hand draw in some streets, which I don't think are going to look as good, so we may end up tearing these streets apart, and we may end up putting in another no, I can go with, hang on, let me look at something. Let's go to square, and let's go to plate. Now if I brought in a plate road, but I left a little bit of grass, now I'm going to have to take you all the way to the sidewalk. So do we draw in a plate road and we put some grass between there and the sidewalk? Or do I say the heck with it? Let's go back to grass. Or am I going to have to put a T here? And bring in another section of road. That's exactly what I'm going to end up doing. So we're going to end up with the T there. We're going to end up with a section of road up the middle. Let's see what that looks like. Let me line this end up first. So if we bring in this guy, he's going to end up right about here. It's probably what I'm going to end up doing. Which means tearing up more roads today. But you'll end up with something like that. You'll end up something like that. Something like that. Yeah, we're gonna have to. All right, where's a good T? Over here. Right, yeah. All right, so let's grab you. Duplicate you. Let's slide you down this way. Yeah, if I was going to do this yesterday, I should have put this in. Well, I didn't know what the square was going to be when I put this in yesterday. So you're going to get lined up there. And then the road underneath it. So slide you down to here. And then you got to go a little bit shorter. And then this side here. Yeah, so you've got to go shorter as well. All right. And then this road here. Same thing's got to get shortened up a little bit. Alright, so we're going to end up with something like that. Alright, so let's take this T. And I'll duplicate it again. Lined up like so. And then you point, oh, here we go, 0.8, 0.9, 0.905, Yeah, something like that. And then this side. Alright, so you have to get slid up to here. And this end has to go shorter. And then this guy here can go just a little bit longer. Alright, that works. And then we grab our T-junction again. Farm Chick 63, good morning. We're messing up the roads yet again, but I think our Spanish village is going to look pretty cool once we get in here and see what it looks like in the game. Alright, so let's start here in the center with this one. And let's go like 0.8. Yeah, oh, a little bit of it, there we go. Takes care of that one. And then this guy, I'm going to leave go for a minute and let's take this one. Yeah, so this one, we're going to have to slide up this way. And then shorten him up a bit. Actually, he needs to come out and I need a 50. So let me get rid of him. I gotta find, let's pull this 50 in. Oh, there we go. That'll work out. Half a section here already. Oh, I'm telling you, my mouse has a mind of its own these last couple days. So we gotta shorten him up a little bit. There we go. That fills that gap in. And then this guy has to go just a little bit longer. Alright, and then we need one more. So you go this way. The park looks awesome. We're getting there. We are definitely getting there. We got a lot of textures and we got a lot of landscaping to do yet. Alright, so let's get this guy lined up. So this way first. There we go. And we'll pull him out this way. There we go. Now the road underneath it. Alright, we'll start with you. You have to go a bit shorter. Alright, that takes care of that one. And then this one, we have to slide up. I may have to take this one out and put a half a road section in. Oh, is our T not quite lined up? Yeah, our T's not quite lined up. Let me pull this T back a little bit more. Alright, that's better. Now we take this guy, and I may have to put a half a section in, we'll see. See how short I have to make him. So let's start with like 0.7, 0.6. No, we can leave him in here. And he fills the gap. Alright, so we just have to take this one now, make him just a little bit longer. There we go. Yeah. So now, it's going to be a little bit more difficult now because all of our trees and stuff are in the way, but the first thing I want to do is let's go to our clay texture. And let's get our clay texture in here first. And we have to put all of our bushy bits and stuff in. And we got to get our fountains working. But we'll get all the foliage and stuff in, and our grass and our bushes and stuff in before we jump in game and see what this looks like. Now I still have some accessories and stuff to put in, like mailboxes and vending machines and some little things like that. Kiwi Bob, hey old man, welcome back to Twitch. I've been on quite a bit lately. Alright, so now I've got something I want to try in the center because we need to get a little bit of parking in here for the people that live here and work here. But before I do that, let's get our courtyards finished. Now what I may want to do is I want to take, alright, to make it a little bit easier, we're going to take, yeah, I'm going to have to turn these trees invisible. Me there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh, and you're gonna leave that behind, are you? Let me go back to round. And let's bring it down. Just take a peek at chat, make sure I'm not missing anyone. Yeah, we're going to have to turn these trees invisible one at a time and put these in. that works. Alright, so let's work. Oh, this one here can go invisible, and then this one here can go back to visible. We'll just work our way around. Or I'm not going to be able to see to put our bushy bits and stuff in. Let's come over here and see what's sticking out on this side. And let's get rid of... Alright, that works. So now we take this tree, we turn it invisible. We take this tree, we work our way around. I'm not sure what the afternoon plans are, so I don't know if I'll be back on after lunch today or not. Let's push this back a little bit. So there's not too much sticking out. Alright, so now we take this tree, invisible, this tree, back to visible, and we'll just continue working our way around. And then unfortunately we'll have like 3 more of these to do, or 2 more of these to do. Alright, that works. So now you will go invisible. You can go back to visible. Alright, that works. So you, and then we put you back on a minute. We're getting there. So you can go like that, and then this one come back on. Now we will make these buildable at some point. And that's another whole that's another whole day's work. Alright, so you're gonna go like so. You're gonna come back on. Oh look, last tree in this square. Yeah, so we're gonna put some bike racks and some bikes in and some vending machines and some goodies back in. Alright, so that is going to be this square done except for the fountain. Well, all four fountains are going to have to get done. Alright, so let's get this square done. Let me do a save. I haven't done a save in a little bit. And I gotta figure out what I want to do with parking. I don't know if I'm going to do an open parking lot or just put some garages in. Alright, so you... invisible. And we can get this square done. So you're gonna go invisible. You can come back on. I can live with that. So you, like so. Alright. Then a little strip in here. Alright, that works. I'll turn you back on. And I did make some changes to that little strip mall I was working on yesterday that we never finished. Because I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not. But I think I've got some stuff worked out with it. Alright, so you get turned off. You come back on. Alright, so you can't stick out. Alright, that works. So you, and then you. And then unfortunately I'm gonna have to underpaint all of these roads before I put the grass in. The mouse is jumping again today. So unfortunately it's gonna be one of those days where you gotta see a lot of the boring bits. So I've got to underpaint all the roads we put in before we can put grass around them. and finish this whole square. So you and you. That works. Alright, last one in this square. One more square. And then you've got to go back. Visible. Alright, so that's this square done. So last square with bushy bits. I don't think my sister went running today. I still hear her. She's usually out by now. Alright, so you... Oh, wrong one. You go invisible. You go back visible. No, once we get one working, it's just rinse and repeat. We'll get the rest of them working. I mean building. Building working. Ends up being a factory. Why do your leaves not look like they're square on the branches? Because they're not. So if that one's messed up, they're probably all messed up. No, not really. Alright, so you, like so, and you back on. So, oh, yeah. So this one off, that one back on. You got to get trimmed back, because I don't like you sticking out. And then you've got to come back a little bit, because I don't like you sticking out. Caught up on chat, so you now go invisible. You can come back on. We're getting there. This guy, and then this one. There we go. Oh, we're getting there. Couple more garden plots. So you could come back on. course you're not going to behave. Alright. So I think we just need to turn this last tree back on. So that's all of our garden plots done. Now I'm going to have to underpaint all these roads so we can get some grass in. Unfortunately. So let me go back to square and let me go to gravel, and I'll try and get this done as quick as I can. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty much done going in that direction. Yeah, I like the look of the gravel, like under the roadbed. When they built a road, they put too much gravel in. So I actually like that look when after the grass is painted in. And then it helps when I do the when we do the map, the PDA. When I make all the roads invisible, when we make the roads invisible to build the map, I know exactly where the roads are. And it's easier to make the map when the roads are underpainted. You're a little bit too much right there, so let me go back to grass a minute and bring this back a little bit. Now back to gravel. So let me bring it around this way. Then this side of the road. I don't have much room. I may push that sidewalk back a little bit. Oh, I can't. Pedestrian spline's already in. Oh well. I'm gonna have to very carefully paint some grass in here. Probably should have left myself a little bit more grass along the road, but that's alright. Most of this road over on this side should already be done. It is. Yeah. So let's fix this corner. So you're done. Yeah, you're done all the way out there. I just need this little, our new little road in the middle done. That fine line between too much, oh well, it's going to stick over. Too much and not enough. Alright, let's get down here, and then we only got a little bit left to do. And then this direction. Out to the corner. And that road is done, right? Yeah. Yeah, let me just get this corner. And then now I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, we didn't buy, now I'm going to have, no, I'm not going to put electrical, but I make it fancy with some street lights though. We may put some more street lights in. We'll see. So we may have to pull in some more of the electrical system. All right. Now I'm gonna leave this middle open for now, but I do want to get the grass around. We're gonna have to deal with these wires at some point. All right, let me do another quick save. Grab a sip of coffee. And let me see if I lost my stream or if I lost my phone. And I did not lose my stream. Let me reset my phone because I cannot see chat. So bear with me a second till I get Twitch reloaded on my phone. Because all it's doing is buffering. It's going to be a bad Wi-Fi day, I have a feeling. Let's wait for this to finish saving. Alright, so let's go to grass. Oop, not stage 1, stage 4. Alright, now this ought to be fun. Especially with my mouse acting up, I can't get a nice straight line. And try and get it where the grass isn't sticking through the white curbstone. Once we get the grass painted, and before we work on parking and fountains, we're gonna jump in game and see what it looks like. I should probably go to round for a minute, but we're gonna try and squeeze this in here. That'll work. Not worried about the other side of the road. That's project for, I don't know, later today if we get to it. If not, tomorrow. Probably pull some of that off the road. We get up here a little bit closer. Yeah. That fine line between too much and not enough. Again, I'm going to leave the center unfinished for a minute until I figure out what I'm going to do with parking. But yeah, when I started this project yesterday, I was not anticipating it turning into like a 2-day project. And then once we go in game 2, I want to see what the frame rates are like with all these buildings really close to each other. So over to my left side of the screen is another commercial strip mall we're going to work on. I put part of it in yesterday. I wasn't sure if I liked it, so I stopped working on it. But I changed up a lot of the buildings this morning, and I think we can finish that up as well. So I can show you what that looks like too when we go in game. And we'll make a decision on if we're definitely liking it or if we're going to just toast it all together. So we'll see. Oop, too much. It's going to end up either on the sidewalk or it's going to be a bear, one of the two. Okay, I'm just going to end it about there for now. And then we'll come back in and finish this inside here once I figure out the parking situation. Oh, scared the crap out of me when that blinked. Richard Farm Inc. Good morning, 1018, Bad Touch. Let me try and scroll down. Bad Touch, good morning, Farm Chicks in. 1018 is in. Richard Farm Inc. is in. I heard a noise, but I didn't see what popped up. Hold on. Oh, Streamlabs. Treyboy Gaming 2021 with the new follow. I think that's what I heard. Unless somebody threw some bits in and I didn't see them. We are working through our Spanish village. And I'm just trying to get all the rest of the, trying to get most of the grass in and foliage and stuff before we go in game and see what it looks like. But we will head in game soon to see what it looks like before we finish the parking. And why am I not? There we go. And my computer mouse has had a mind of its own for the last couple days. And then I have a phone, a non-working phone, because I don't have a phone card for it, but I have a non-working phone that I keep connected to the house Wi-Fi. And as long as it's on the house Wi-Fi, I can get on to like YouTube and Twitch and Facebook and email. And the phone had a software update. And now all of a sudden my email is stuck on March the 3rd and it won't update. And I've been through every single setting on my phone and I can't figure out why my email is stuck on March the 3rd. So I can't see any email on my phone any longer. Like it goes to update. I get the little spinny circle and then it just pops right back on March the 3rd, like it's stuck on that date. And then yesterday, I had a Facebook update, and I can no longer get most recent. It's stuck on top stories. So now I can't even see anything new on my phone. So that's been driving me crazy. And I can't get my most recent back. It's literally stuck on top stories, and all the stories I see are like 3 and 4 days old. So I literally have to stay on my computer to see anything in Facebook or to answer anybody's questions if anything pops up in the Facebook group, if anybody's looking for any help. All right, we're going to paint some more grass back in here also. Push this gravel back under the road a little bit. Yeah, something like that. So my unworking phone that used to be semi-useful, is now turning out to be completely useless. Because now, pretty much the only thing it's good for now is YouTube and Twitch. Like, Facebook on it is now completely useless, and email on it's now completely useless. So even if a Patreon sends me an email or a message, I can't see it unless I'm on my computer and I have email turned on. So it's really frustrating. And new phone time. Yeah, I wish. Gotta love the updates. Is the phone going out the window along with the mouse? Well, it's a cheap, well, I can't complain. It's a cheap $30 Walmart Straight Talk wireless phone, but I don't have any phone cards to refill it with. But the getting a new wireless mouse is more important than a non-working phone that just stays connected to the house Wi-Fi. But once it's connected to the house Wi-Fi, what I do is I use it to video talk to my son and daughter. So we do Facebook video calls on it. And I get to see that beautiful little grandbaby on it. My granddaughter, who got her first tooth yesterday. So I'll have to get a few more pictures put on Facebook. get you some updated pictures of my granddaughter. Alright, let's do another quick save. So no, unfortunately no new phone time for a while. Now, what do I want to do with parking? Do I want to do just some open parking lines here? Or do I want to do some kind of a strip of garages? Or do some garages and some open space? We'll see. So we'll let this save. Alright, so I have one garage in mind I think will work really well. I just gotta fly over here and grab a copy of it. Ignore this mess over here, this is just my staging area. And it's not, alright, let's fly down here and grab one. I want, where is it? So it looks sort of kind of like the buildings that we're working with, this guy. So let me duplicate one, and then let's move it down to City 2. Yeah, let's move it down to City 2 visibility. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. And we'll see what this one looks like. Now it's with City 2, which is this block here, I think. Edit, let me just drop it here a second. So I think it's with this whole visibility group. It is, okay, so it's, no, yeah it is. So it's in the right spot. Now, well, now I can't. Alright, so if we spin you this way, and I pull, let's zero you out so you're square. Let me get you pulled down. Now if we pull you back, I can put, so if we went like this and we put in, start you about there. And if we put in now, how weird do these look with the roofs crossing? Because I really wanted them like this. I didn't want the space in between them, but I guess we could put space in between them. So if we put some garages in for the residents, about halfway down, yeah, like one more. And then we grab, where do I want to go? Let's go over here. And then we do a little bit of open parking as well. So let's grab you. Duplicate that. And I always scroll, oh yeah, we gotta scroll down. I always scroll the wrong way. Why are you open? I have no idea. Alright, City Block 2. Let's go edit, cut, and paste. 1018, have a great stream, old man. 1018 is out of here. Thank you for stopping in. Much appreciated. Alright, so let's go edit. And we'll bring you this way. And we'll get you out of the ground a little bit. Streamlabs. RHODESY Rhodesy Josh 9. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Very much appreciated. What's up? What's up? We are working on a Spanish village on the top of the mountain on the new map. So right now we're just trying to get some parking figured out for our Spanish village. And let me start about here. I'll start about here and we'll work our way back. And we just have to repeat this a couple times. Oh man, that's actually going to work out. Let's shorten it up by 1. Alright, that works. And we'll put some street lights here. We'll get some parked cars. Alright, I can live with this. So let's get it taken care of in the way of textures. So let's go back to concrete. And we'll pull our concrete out. Right to the road. We'll keep some grass behind it. But as soon as we get this finished, as soon as we get this square finished, we're going to jump in game and see what it looks like. We have not been in game yet to see what it looks like. So that is the next step. Alright, you're going to have to go back a little bit further. But I am going to paint it all the way out to the road, so there's plenty of parking. And yeah, we're going to have to repeat this 3 more times. And then finish the grass. Man, we got a bunch of stop signs to put in. Alright. Yeah, I can live with that. So let's finish up the textures on the back side. So let's bring our concrete all the way over here. Alright, that works. And then we're going to put in some lighting, but we'll do all the lighting at the same time. So now we just need to finish our grass. And then this square, we can call this square done. And once we get the rest of the squares done, then we could jump in map and see what in game and see what it looks like. I'm going to take this grass pretty much back to the back of the garages. push it up along here. And we can finish this square. And this is gonna, yeah, that's gonna, and then we'll just put, so we'll get some parked cars in here, we'll get some lights in there, and that'll finish up that square. And then we just gotta repeat this a couple more times. Alright, so let's grab one of the garages. I'm going to duplicate it, but I have to move it to this next transform group. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. Yeah, so you're going to fall right there. And actually, that's going to make it even easier. That's going to make it even easier. So let's come up here and let's grab this guy through this guy. And I will duplicate those. And then we go down here, we go edit, cut, crap, visibility, edit, paste, and they should all fall into place. Don't ask me how that happened, but it happens. And I'm not going to complain, because it's not going to happen with the next two, because they're turned the opposite way. It's gonna be, is this gonna be a release? This is a 16x map that, I don't know, you have to look at my head, the header on my stream. We're like, I don't know, 37 days, 36 days into a build, and we're only about 10% done. So we still have 3 or 4 months before this map is finished. So yeah, we got a little while before this map is done. We're only about 10% finished. And we're working on the most time-consuming parts to the least time-consuming parts. So nope, unfortunately this is not a mod. And it will not work on console, it's PC only, because of all the scripts running the map. It'll never be approved for console. Sorry, console players, you guys lose all the time. Alright, so back to grass. And we'll get our grass in for this square. And this square is almost going to be done. Yeah, there's a lot to do on this map yet. We only have a couple fields in. We got plenty of fields to put in. We have plenty of forests to put in. We still have to put in all the sell points. We haven't even built the sell point for logs and wood chips yet. We haven't built the spinnery yet. So, a couple more months. Then it's going to take us a good month to test it, because there's going to be over There's well over 100 triggers in the map already that we haven't tested yet. And there's probably going to be at least another 100 more triggers coming in that we still have to test. So it's once the map is done, it's going to take us a good month just to test it. Alright, so we still have trees and stuff to put in yet also. But that is going to finish up that square. Now we have these two squares to finish. So let me do another quick save. Yeah, when I built the 16X Islands map, it took me 10.5 months to build, and then it took us another month to a month and a half to test. This map won't take as long to build. Time is 10:14. We got a little bit of time yet. Alright, so you are now saved. Alright, so now let's work on, so which square are you? You are square, you're city 5, so let's hold off on you a minute. Let's go to city 4, and let's grab a garage. So city 4 is up here. So I actually want that garage. So let's close city 3. So I'm going to duplicate that one. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. Yeah, now see, unfortunately it's going to put it up there, so we're going to have to rebuild these down here. So I'm going to get this lined up with this one. And we'll get it pulled back. Yeah, right about there looks good. So how many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So we've got to get 6 of these in. There we go. Now we'll get some parking lines. So let me duplicate that one. Let's go edit, cut, put it down to here. And then I'm going to have to move it as well. So it's got to come down here. It's got to get spun around. That's a big map. Yeah, it's 16X. Yeah, it's a big map. All right, but I want to start back here and work my way back. So let's get you even with this one. There we go. Now we can pull it straight back. Now how far back do I want to be? I'm gonna have to eyeball it, and we may have to move a couple of them around a little bit. But let's get you down. And then I want to leave that little bit of a gap. So right about there. Alright, that works. So let's get our concrete in. Yeah, if you hang out about another as soon as we get this one in the grass painted and then this one in the grass painted, I'm going to take a couple minutes, put some lights in and some parked cars in. So give me about another, if you want to stick around, about another half an hour, we're going to go in game. And we'll see what this looks like. And I want to check the frame rates while we're in game to see how we are with all these buildings so close to each other. Alright, let me try to get my camera position where I can get this concrete painted. Too far. Oh man. There we go. Alright, that works. So concrete's in. Now I just got to finish the grass. Stage 4. So a little bit of grass. I've got to finish the next one. Then we'll get some lighting in the parked cars in. And I'm dying to see what this looks like in game. But I don't want to go there quite yet until we take a peek at it. Alright, now I do want to bring this out a little bit more right there. Perfect. Let me finish. Oh, wrong one. Let me finish the grass. Then we have to make them buildable, because you won't see them when you first start the map until you build these. So that's another whole couple-hour project to make these buildable. So it's probably going to take us the rest of the day to finish this square. Before we make it buildable. We got the I got to do some work on the fountains, lighting parked cars. And then do all the XML work to make these buildable. We're going to put some trash and stuff in here so it looks really bad until you build it. Alright, so that's going to be that square done. Now, can I get lucky and do the same thing? We're going to go from here to here. I'm going to duplicate that. And then we're going to come down here. And we're going to go edit, cut, and paste. Oh, perfect. See, that's going to make it a lot easier. So now we just bring our concrete in. So tempted to paint this with the clay instead of the concrete. How would that look? Let's look at that a second. So if we painted this, since we're the Spanish Village, if we painted this with the clay instead of the concrete, do we like it or do we hate it? Oh, it's got that shine to it. Yeah, I'm not going to like it. Okay. So we will leave it concrete. If we can make the clay unshiny, then we can paint the clay in. Ooh, wrong one. Let's go back to concrete. And again, you're going to be too far. Alright, I can live with that. So let's grab the rest of our grass. Bad touch. 16x map would be approximately 5 square miles. 8 square kilometers in real life. Um, I don't know. Is it? Has somebody actually done the math? I've never sat down to try and figure that out. I don't use any of those other mods like Unit Convert Lite that gives like the actual sizes and hectares and field information and all that. I've never used any of those mods. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody actually sat down to figure that out. Yep, just read a post. That would be cool. I'm sure somebody sat down and calculated it. There's a ton of good 16x maps out there. Alright, so we're almost done with this square. And there's a few more things we'll do. And then then we'll jump in game. Well, oh yeah, there's a few more things we're gonna have to do. Alright, so let me come over here and see if I have a fancy street light. I don't know if I brought one in with this village. Ignore this whole village sitting over here. It's gonna get deleted. I'm just using parts and pieces from it. But I thought it had, no, it has the in-game streetlights. Alright, I don't want to use that streetlight. Alright, let's come back over here. I want to use, I know which streetlight I want to use. We're going to use the one that we've been using. So let me come over here. Grab one of these. And it has to go down here. Let's work on city block 1 first. Let's work on city block 1. And then we'll go to 2. Then we'll go to 3. Or yeah, 4. No, not city block 1. Hold on. I got too many open. City block 1, we're not going to finish today. Let me close that. City block 2 is what we're working on. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. Yep, so that's what we're working on. Alright, so I want you over here. And we're not going to put a lot in. I just want a few over here by the parking. And then you're number 2. Or you're number 3. You're number 2. This one's number 3. So let me duplicate that. And let's go edit, cut, and paste. So we'll get 3 of them in here. And then we're going to have to come over here. And I'm going to duplicate that again. And let's go edit, cut, and paste. I have no idea where it's going to put it. It's going to put it way over there. So let's go this way. Oh, come on. This mouse has a mind of its own the last couple days. So 1, oh, and you're not even at 90. So you're not even square. 2, so let's move you back to minus 90. And now this one here. Now I can take these 3 and let's duplicate those. Let's go edit, cut, and paste. Alright, so streetlights are in. I guess technically 25 square miles because they're saying 5 miles on each side. Now, what size map are they talking about? Are they talking about are they definitely talking about a 16x map? Or are they talking about like a 1x or a 4x map? Alright, so now let's grab some, and we'll start here. So let's grab some parked cars. And we'll get you spun around this way. And actually, what I'm going to do is let's put a couple in front of some of these garages first. And then we'll get some in the parking spots. So I just want to get a few parked in front of some of the garages. Now, actually, let me pull them back a little bit further. I don't want to do too many parked in front of the garages. Now let's get our parking lot done. So right about there. No, I don't want to put too many in here. We're going to scatter these a little bit. We'll get a couple in front of some of these garages. There we go. I'll get some over here. Yeah, 16x. Guess there's an easy way to figure that out. Just take a blank 16x map, turn it into one big field, make the entire 16x map one field, and then turn on whatever mod that is that shows you the actual hectares or acres, and then just convert it from acres to miles. That would be an easy calculation, actually. But you'd have to take a blank 16x map and turn it into one giant field first. Alright. Now let's get a couple in front of some of the garages. Alright, that'll work. Let's get you set where you need to go. Alright. Yeah, like I said earlier, if you're just joining in, I don't know if I'll be back on this afternoon or not. I don't know what, after lunch, I'm not sure what the plans are today. Yeah, we'll just throw 2 there. Alright, so that's going to be our parked cars taken care of. Now, I want to get... let me do a quick save. Amethyst Neon, hello. So in-game, SE corner would be 8129 by 8129. 1 unit is 1 meter. Okay, that makes sense. Few more things I want to get done yet before I see it in game. Alright, so let's come over here. And let's close the traffic system. Let's open the pedestrian system. Let's create a spline. Alright, hold on. I gotta close some of this stuff as we go down. Let me scroll back up to the top a second. So we're gonna leave pedestrian. I'm gonna close places. We're done with it. I'm gonna close global company for now. We can close that for now. Alright, so there's my spline. So let's go edit, cut, pedestrian system, paste. I'm going to drop it like right there for now. So that's going to be spline 07. And hold on, I want to move that again. Let me go edit, interactive placement. I just want to make sure it's at the right height. And then where do we want? Yeah, it's about centered. I'm going to get it about centered on the sidewalk. Yeah, that works. And it doesn't matter if we grab the end around to the start or the start around to the end. It doesn't matter which way our peoples are walking. I'm not particular. we'll get some people walking around our square. Oh, come on, this freaking mouse. Yeah, it's gonna be new mouse and keyboard weekend, I think. Even if I have to drive an hour to go to into Tulsa to Best Buy. That's the closest one. Is an hour drive. Pull you around. So I'll see if my sister's heading to Tulsa anytime soon. Or one of her kids, my niece or nephew. And if they're heading into Tulsa, I am definitely going to see if I can get to Best Buy. So I'd rather look at one physically and touch it and pick it up and then go on to like Amazon. Freaking mouse. It's just clicking off of everything on its own. Alright, so let me close that loop. Now what I can do, I'm hoping we can do this because they're all the same size. I'm going to take this loopy, I'm going to duplicate this loop. Yeah, we're going to call it 08. And we're just going to slide it over here. These are all the same size. Now we're going to go over here. And, oh, hang on, crap, spline. SPLINE 08. There we go. Duplicate it again, and it becomes spline 09. And it comes over here. And now we duplicate it again, and it becomes spline 10. And it comes over here. Alright, one more thing, or actually, yeah, one more thing, and then we're going to, so I'm going to take my pond, I'm going to duplicate my pond, I'm going to throw it up here in case it disappears, so I can click on it. It's got to go back to 1 and 1. Well, it's probably going to have to go a little bit smaller than that. But let's come over here to City Block 1. And I'm going to come down here, so the power grid we can close. And you are City 2, so let's go Edit, Cut, City 2, Paste. And yeah, you're going to have to go, let's go like 0.5. 0.5. I have to go even a little bit smaller. So let's go like 0.4. Alright, 0.3. Alright, we're getting there. Oh, come on. Give me the water, not the fountain. Now we're going to have to go just a hair smaller. Or it's going to stick out a little bit. So let's go point like 2.8. Yeah, so that's going to cause it where it's not sticking out. Alright, now I can get the height where I want it. Now, I'm going to make this fountain work, but that's going to be a project for another day. So, duplicate that. We go edit, cut, and paste. Now it should drop it in there, which it does. Now, do we have to make any slight adjustments to it? Yeah, I'm just going to pull you over this way a hair. There we go. So now we go duplicate, edit, cut, and paste. See if you need any slight adjustments. No, you look good. And then one more. We duplicate that. And we'll go edit, cut, and paste. Alright, now we got our water, and now, like I said, I am going to make this fountain work, but that's going to be a project for another day. So I got to put all the particle effects in. That at least gets us some water in there to start with. Alright, so all I'm going to do, I still want to put some trees and stuff in here, but we are going to go, let's do a save. Let's see what it looks like in game. Bad touch, amethyst neon. I am caught up on chat. Ooh, I want to make those pedestrian splines invisible. Let me make them invisible, and then I'm going to have to do another save. I'm not sure what I want to do in the way of trees, because there's not a lot of room here between the sidewalk and the road. Alright, so one thing I want to do though is I want to make these invisible first. So I don't want to see them when we go in game. Alright, so let me do another save. While that's saving, give me 2 or 3 minutes, I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I wanted to catch my sister to see what the plans were this afternoon. So I think after lunch, I think I'm good to come back on. So anyway, I may make a trip with her to the store. So it might be an extended lunch. Not sure yet. But I'll definitely get on sometime between lunch and dinner. HDKMATOW, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow, very much appreciated. Let's come in here and see what our new Spanish village looks like before we destroy it. Because we're going to have to destroy it to make it buildable. There we go. Let's jump in here. Let's lease ourselves a truck. And we'll head over to the shop. And there goes the monorail. So we can stop and watch the monorail. We love the monorail. Alright, so let's head over to, so everything you see here fenced in has to be built. So after you buy the property, you'll have to deliver a bunch of stuff to the construction office to build that part of the map. And we're going to do the same thing with Spanish Village. I'm going to make you build it. But let's go see what it looks like. And let me turn on, is it F2? Yeah, my frame rates. Now, keep in mind, I've got the editor running in the background and I have Streamlabs running in the background. Oh, this T is off a little bit. Alright, I gotta fix that road section. Now I do have some like vending machines and phone booths and newspaper machines and stuff to put in. But right now the major components are in. We can put some signs and stuff on the buildings also. Now to my left, that whole strip mall is not finished. But the buildings are in as placeholders. But I think I can live with this. Except for some, we can put some more details in. Want to fix that road section. This road is off a little bit. So just got to slide this T over just a hair and line this road up. Let's grab a little bit of speed so we can walk around here a minute. Yeah, we'll get this fountain working. What I should have done is I should have taken those pedestrian splines, and I should have um, worked them in. We're going to change up those pedestrian splines. I want them walking through the courtyard as well, so we're gonna change up that pedestrian spline a little bit. I want them walking through the courtyard as well. And we can work on getting signs on the buildings. Actually, no, I'm going to leave the pedestrian spline like it is because I want to put in, um, when I make this buildable, we're going to put some runes and stuff in there. Alright, I can live with this. This must be Albuquerque with all those balloons in the sky. Got our hot air balloon race going on. Alright, I can definitely live with this. So let's get out of here. No, we're going to start working on... I'm not going to worry about the fountains today. That's going to be a project for another day because I'm going to mess with... I'll probably do that off camera because I got to mess with a bunch of... oh, wrong one. I got to mess with a bunch of nodes to make them work the way I want them to work. It takes me like an hour to get them adjusted. So I won't torture you with that. Now, there's one thing I want to do to make. So we're going to make this buildable one block at a time because they're going to be 4 separate builds. But I want to grab. Let me grab a new folder to work with. So it's going to be new folder 2. I want to grab one of my greenhouses. So I want to try something. Actually, no, we don't have to grab one of my greenhouses. Let me come in here. Let me fly over to one of our factories, like fish processing or something that has the glass warehouse in it. I want to export it out of the map. We're going to start working on making those squares buildable, but I want to do something first. If it works, if not, then I'm going to try something else. But I want to take this building here. And I think I want just the frame. I do. I want just that frame. So let me go File, Export. I'm going to export it out to the desktop a minute. New folder 2. I'm going to call it Frame. And I only want that frame from that. So let me come back up here where we're going to start working. Top of the mountain is starting to really look good and fall into place. Alright, so let's come over here a second to new folder 2. And let me go copy, paste. Let's go, I can get rid of new building. Just call it greenhouse diffuser now, but we're going to change that. So right now, ooh, I don't know if I can make this look rusty. This is why I'm working on my desktop and not inside the map folder. I want to try something. I want to go, so let's come over here. I'm going to leave that texture file open a minute. Let's come over here to New Buildings, Textures. And I want to find something that looks like a rusty metal. I should have something that looks like a rusty metal. If not, we'll jump on Google and we'll grab something that looks like a rusty metal. This might work. Let me copy that. Let's throw it here. But I want to rename it. Let's call it Metal Rune. So now we come over back to here, and we come, and let me pull this open a minute. So we come here, and we go like this. So do you look all, yeah, so you look all rusty and run down. This is exactly what I want, so perfect. So let's save this, and we're going to call it Greenhouse Rune. Oh, save it again. Now we go File, Export. I want to export it back out to my map folder. New Buildings, we're going to call it. And now we can close the file on the desktop. Now under New Buildings, and this is a complete mess. I've got a bunch of extra stuff in here. This should now be in the map folder. And it is perfect. So now what we're going to do, before we get to that, we have to make something else build in our construction office with our Spanish village. Now what I'm thinking about doing is making a row of houses. And I actually like this building here. So we're going to try something here in a minute. So I'm going to duplicate that, but I'm going to move it to nope, it has to stay in visibility. So let's leave it there a minute, because it has to build with our city block. So let's come over here, and let's find, oh, I know where you're going to go. You're going to go right here, I think. Edit, interact, let's throw you here a minute. You are going to be dwarfed with those in the background. So let's come over. I'm going to leave that sit there a minute, because what I need to do is I need to finish this road. So he's going to sit there a minute. He looks too small against those buildings. I want to move him to a different spot. But I want to fix this road first. We're going to have to make 4 of these build with our city block. And I think I'm just going to square this up. I was going to make it a round turn, but I think I'm just going to square it up. That works. Now I know where I'm going to go. We're going to go over here. And I'm going to make this, I'm going to make this guy a little bit bigger. I don't know if I like this building here with the rest of these houses. Let's see if we can work with it for a few minutes. If I make you wider, so if we go like 1.75, and I go 1.25, and we go 1.25, how do you look? Will you fit in with our houses over here? Are you going to look out of place? I'm not sure I like this house. Alright, we're not going to use this house. We're just going to continue with what we've got going on over here. So let me fly over to my city and let's find a house that we haven't really used yet too much. We're going to grab this guy here. Let me duplicate him. We're going to move him up to City 2. I'm going to leave all these transform groups open for a couple minutes because we're going to be working with all of them. So let's come up here. And let's go edit, cut, and paste. Alright, that works. So we need a house to build with our city. And we can actually continue with our next house right here. So edit, let's throw you here, we'll get you turned. We're going to change it up a little bit. Let's face it this way. Let's get it, turn down my speed. Let me get it at the right height. So we can go about there, and then I want it so they're all straight. So you're going to go about here. And then I actually want to grab the same garage we're using. And we're going to put a garage here with it. Take a quick peek at chat. Make sure I didn't lose my stream. I've got a couple messages, but they can wait. Alright, so I'm going to leave a little bit of space, yeah, between the house and the garage. Alright, so now we just need to pull out our driveway. And it's got to be a little bit wider, so I'm going to go this way. Or we're not going to be able to get our workings in. Alright, so you're going to go like that. And what do you have on the back? Yep, we can do a little patio out here. And we can actually give you, yeah, we'll give you an umbrella as well. We're working with City 2, yep, so let's go edit, cut, City 2, paste. Oh, I forgot to take pictures when we were in game. We're gonna have to go in game so I can get some screenshots. Yeah, we have to go back in game for a minute. Alright, so you're gonna build with this property. Now I need, what are you? You are an open section, perfect. Duplicate you. And let's go edit, cut, and paste. I gotta move visibility groups. And now I just gotta get you resized. To match this one. Alright, that works. Oh, come on. Yep, that'll work. And then what I'll probably do is I'll probably put another house here. So I'm not going to finish that side, but I am going to pull one or two fence sections over. I need a closed section. Hold on. So I've got to grab a closed section. You don't have a closed section. No, you don't have a closed section. Let me close places. Close fish processing. Close the farmer's market. Close all these. We're working with city 2. Alright, I need a closed section of fence. This guy. Let me duplicate that. We'll go edit, cut, and paste. And I gotta get it lined up with this one. That's pretty good. So you're gonna go about here. And then you're gonna go, hold on, I gotta move you up one. And then you're gonna get lined up with this one. And we're gonna leave it just like that for now because that's gonna hook up to the next piece of property. So now I just need a little bit of grass. And we'll finish up this part of the yard. This ties in with our city, and I'll show you why in a second, or a couple minutes. If you're new to my map. Alright, so that's going to take care of the house. We're going to take this tree, duplicate it. Let's go edit, cut, and paste. We'll throw you here. And then do I want to put a small tree or something in the backyard? I do. I'm going to use the same tree, but we're going to make it a little bit smaller. Let's bring you over here. Let's go like 0.3. That'll work. So we're going to be a little bit smaller. Alright. And we'll, like I said, we'll put another house here on the corner and we'll make the turn and work our way back towards those apartments. But this will build with our city block. Let me save this because we have to go back in the map. I need to take a couple of screenshots. so we can make a couple of signs. And I may change the name up a little bit. Instead of calling it City 2, City 3, we may call it City Block 2 and City Block 3, City Block 4, City Block 5. I don't know if we'll get this done before lunch. But let me jump in here so I can get a couple screenshots. Oh, come on. Career, save game 8, new farmer. I've got a couple messages from Winston, but I will check his messages when I break for lunch. Now I'm just going to go into flight mode. I want to just take a couple screenshots of the city. Or at least one of the squares because they're identical. So let me get... Oh crap, hold on. Let me turn off the map. And we turn off F1. Now, do I want to go there? Ooh, I want to go like right here, actually. And let me take... let's go like this. And let me get another one. Ooh, hold on, I may let me grab another one from like here. I'm not going to get the balloons in it though, unfortunately. Let me take one a little bit smaller. And you'll see why in a minute. Let's save that one. So that gives me 2 to work with. So let's get out of here. Alright, so we're done with this part down here for now. So let's come back up here to City Block 2. And I'm actually going to rename it because we don't have the XML work done yet. We're actually going to rename it City Block 2. So it'll be much easier when you go to build this as to what you're working with. So let me close that for now, close that for now, close that for now. Let's come up here, let's close that for now. We're going to rename you City Block 2. And then this one also has to be City Block 2. And I will just rename all of them as we go to make them work. Now I need to work with our invisibility node. So I'm going to go and make sure everything down here. So yeah, we should be good. So let's go File, Import. I want to import in that broken greenhouse. Yeah. And it has to be up here. City block 2. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. Now, this is going to look weird until we go in game, but I want to put some broken greenhouses in this area. Yeah, so we're going to put one there, and we're going to put one about here, and they'll make more sense after we get this working. So bear with me for a couple minutes. Alright, so now I need a fence. So let's come over here and let's grab a section of fence. And I'll duplicate that. And let's come down here. City block 2. Let's go edit, cut, and paste. Alright, perfect. Let's get our fence in. And we're going to start it about here. So you won't have access to it. And you won't think it's usable space until you build it. Now our corner is going to look real funny because we don't have a lot of room to work with, but let me get a corner in. And I'm going to have to shorten it up. This is just a construction barrier to keep you out of this area. Crap, what was my original length? I can just go to 1.8. Alright, let me duplicate this one. Bring you out this way. Turn you back to -90. And then take it back to like 1 point. That works. Now, where do I want to run this? Because I'm going to run it all the way out because these garages are going to build with the square. So let's take it all the way out to here. And then we'll bring you over this way. You're going to have to go to -45. And then this one, come back a little bit. And then you're going to have to be a little bit shorter. That works. So now we come back this way. And I'll take you back to 1.7. I'm going to try my best to get at least this first city block done before I break for lunch. Except for we got a bunch of accessories and stuff to put in there. Alright, so one more corner. Let's go to 45, that works. Bring you out, go back to 90. And it doesn't matter if these are overlapping because they're going to go away when you build this part of the map. Pull you out, yeah, it works. Now it might not. So you're not going to be at, just get you over here. Make you a little bit shorter. Yep, that works. Now, where do I want to put my signs? Let's put all of our signs here in the center so you can see them all at the same time. So let's take this guy. I'm going to duplicate him. I'm going to pull him forward a hair. Now, let me grab my notebook real quick. These are going to be a little bit more expensive to build. So let me just bear with me a second. I'm going to grab my notebook. And I got to flip to my building materials. Alright, so we're going to use lumber, steel, plywood, drywall, and my new ones, drywall. Ooh, let's go wallpaper. Paint, pavers, roofing, water pipe, water pipe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A sewer pipe. We're going to have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're going to do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're going to do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Alright, so let's get a couple signs made. So let's get out of here a second. Let's go to here. Signs. Now, Aldi we're done with. Let me get rid of all of these that I'm done with. Alright, so let's start with our blank one. I'm going to go File, Export, Ritchie Valley, Signs, and we're going to go Open, City 2. Go File, Export, and we're going to go Build, City 2. Alright, so now I'm going to take my texture file and I need to open up my screenshots. So I'm going to open this one up and we're going to open this one up. We're going to see which one we like. This one's a lot more brilliant. I like this one better. Let me crop it down even a little bit further. So I'm going to go copy, paste. No, if I stretch you out, yeah, here we go. Alright, that works for now. Let's go with our yellow. Alright, so future home of city block 2. And I'm not sure if I'm, oh, there we go. That works. Future home of city block 2. I like it at the bottom. But if I change, will it oh, it will change colors. Let's go with something a little, oh, there we go. Something a little bit brighter. Do we want to go with something darker? No. Trying to find something that doesn't, I'm going to have to go with something a little bit lighter. There we go. Future home of city block 2. I can work with that. Let's go File, Save As, and we're going to call it Sign Open City 2. And then I'm going to take another blank one. But now we got to go back to black and a smaller font. Alright, to build city block 2. Oop. Deliver. Oh man, I really can't type today. To build city block 2, I can go up on my font a little bit more. There we go. To build city block 2, deliver 300,000 liters each of the following. Now I'm going to have to go back down on my font. A little bit more. Oh, I already had deliver in there. Hold on. I'm really messed up today. Deliver. Now I can go back up on my font. I knew something didn't look quite right. Alright, to build city block 2, deliver 300,000 liters each of the following. That works. So what are we going to do? Lumber, steel, plywood, drywall. And then wallpaper, wallpaper paint, pavers, roofing, water pipe, weir pipe, water pipe, and sewer pipe. Alright, so we're going to go File, Save As. This one's going to be Build City 2. Alright, so now we go over back to here, and then you become Build City 2, and you become Open City 2. Now that should have fixed both of these. Yep, so that one's good. And that one's good. Alright, so let's come back in here. So now we go File, Import, Open City 2. And scroll up here. So let's go Edit, Cut, Invisibility, Paste, and then you're going to go here, -45. You've got to move up 1 in the transform group. Alright, so this is going to be a future home of City Block 2. So that's everything we need up here. So now we go back to our construction office. Wheels 24/7, hello. We are working on a Spanish village today. Alright, so now I need, let me put a little bit of grass in. Just right along here. So we are working on Spanish Village, and then I'm going to take a lunch break. Alright, so first thing we need is our stand. So we duplicate that. We move it down here. And then it has to go over here. Yep, that'll work. So let's go File, Import, Build City 2. Alright, let me close this so I don't scroll as much. So we come up here, and we go Edit, Cut, and Paste. And we'll throw this one here. Alright, so that'll work. So now I need, let me try and, because I got to see both of these at the same time. So now I need warning stripes. So let me go Edit, Cut, and paste. And I'm going to throw you here. But I got to take this guy, I got to move him up one slot. Alright, that works. Now I need exact fill route. So let's go edit, cut, and paste. And we'll throw this guy into place. Right about there. And now we need a pallet trigger. I'll throw that here. Alright, and then I need a player trigger. So edit, cut, and paste. And a player trigger goes here, so you know what to deliver to build that city block with. And then unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, we need a camera. So let's go edit, cut, city block 2. And it doesn't have to be fancy, it just has to be in there and working. Alright. So that's everything we need, except for our farmland is not fixed. So let me come over here. Unless I painted this yesterday, I can't remember. But this has to be part of the same farmland as the top of the mountain. And I haven't finished painting that farmland in. I gotta fix the mountain one of these days. Alright, you I can close, you I can close. Farmlands. Bit 0, 3, and 4. So 0, 3, and 4, number 25. Number 25 is the top of my mountain. Eventually I'll get in here and I will paint the entire top of the mountain, but for now we're working on these city blocks. So for now we're going to get these city blocks painted. And I'll worry about the rest of the top of the mountain another day. But they've got to be in the same farmland. Alright, that works. So I think that is all of our map work done, except for our user attributes. So let's get those in. First one up is a string. Second one up is a script callback. Farm chick is saying hello to Wheels. Index name is a string. And then farmland ID is a float. Alright, so you are number 25. You are city block 2. And then we take, let me scroll up here a second, close you. Come on, close you, close you. Alright, I need this command here, And then I need this command here. But our XML is going to be called, come on, my XML is going to be called city block 2. Now this should be all of our map work done, so I'm going to save that. While that's saving, let's head over to our 110. Doesn't matter which one we copy. Let's copy this guy. Throw him in a minute. Now we're going to do 10 inputs instead of 9 inputs. So I'm going to go copy, paste. It's going to be number 10. And we have to change all of Aldi to city block 2. Careful I don't change that one. Now our inputs are lumber, steel, plywood, drywall, wallpaper, paint, pavers, roofing, water pipe, and sewer pipe. Alright, so that's going to be what we're going to use to build it with. So now let's come over here, and I'm going to grab Aldi, and we're going to rename it City Block 2. Now we're going to change all of Aldi with City Block 2. And that's just the first step. Once we get this one done, the rest of the city blocks will go a lot quicker. Now, we're going to change our capacity from 200,000 to 300,000 because I want this to be more expensive to build. Because this is not something you're going to build early game. This is something you're going to build late game. So let me get all of these changed now before I forget. So they're going to be all, and then I also need, let me copy this, throw this down here, because you're going to be input 10. Now we have to come up here and start at the top. So first one up is lumber. Second one is going to be steel. Then we're doing plywood. They've got to be in the same order as my 110. So plywood. After plywood, I had drywall. Drywall. And then it was wallpaper. I think that's all lowercase. Let me go to my fill types. Yep, it's all lowercase. All right, let's come back here. So wallpaper is all lowercase. So under wallpaper was paint. And then it was paver, so I can leave that one. We have roofing. Now I could be really I could be really mean to make you put like 20 fill types in here. But I'm just going to stick with 10. So roofing and then water pipe. Water pipe. And then last one up is sewer pipe. Sewer pipe. Alright, so those are our inputs. Now we have to fix this, but I'm going to add one more to it first. So we have 10 instead of 9. And let's, since we upped it from 200,000 liters to 300,000 liters, let's make it build a little bit quicker. Alright, so the first one up was lumber, steel, plywood, drywall, and wallpaper, paint, I'll leave pavers, actually I can leave water pipe, roofing, and then sewer pipe. Alright, so let me save this. So the only thing now we need is our i3D mapping. So let's come back down to close Napa, city, close Aldi, city block 2, invisibility, exact fill route 4 is number 47. So you are 47, 48, and 49 because I always put them in the same order. Alright, so we saved the map. We have our 110 is finished. That I can close. We have our XML is done. So 110 is done, XML is done. Map is saved. Let's jump in game. I'm going to give this a quick test and then I'm going to get out of here for lunch. And if anything's broken, we'll fix it after lunch. And we got to get the other 3 city blocks. Then we'll have to get the other 3 city blocks working. Cowboy Mike's 1970. When is the dump truck being released for the maps to haul the rocks? It's the dump truck, the Big Cat truck's in with the vehicle pack. So if you go to the Trello board, it's in with the vehicle pack. It's been released with the updated Ritchieville, Ritchie Hollow, and Ritchie Islands map. It's been out for a while. It's in the vehicle pack. Here, let me show you. It's in with, if you go to here, when you download the vehicle pack, this is the cat mining truck that will haul the boulders. So it's already in there. Alright, so let me check for errors really quick. Make sure there's nothing obvious before we start testing. Perfect. So there's no obvious Lua errors. Alright, so let's grab a truck. Oop, not that one. This one. Actually, we have to grab some cash. And we have to grab some speed. Mike, okay, thanks. Yeah, yep. If you don't have the updated vehicle pack, just head to the Trello board and download the most recent one. All right. So let's head back here. So one of the 3 city blocks should now be unbuilt and fenced in. The other 3 we still have to work on. Perfect. So we come over here, and you're going to have a couple of rusty broken greenhouses. And this is the future home of City Block 2. So let's grab another truck. And let's head down to the construction site. Trying to get this tested so I can get out of here for lunch. Alright, so we're going to head over here to where we're going to build City Block 2. And we'll park you, slam on the brakes. So, City Block 2, you need to deliver 300,000 liters each of those 10 products here. But for testing purposes, we are going to buy them. You won't have that option. When the map's released. So you'll have to deliver the product here to build that city block. So our project went active. So let's head over here. And I'm going to go to 2,000 speed because it's going to take like 4 days. For like in-game days. Or maybe even 5 in-game days, we'll see. What's for lunch today? I need ideas. I have no idea what's for lunch today. There's no leftovers in the refrigerator. Ended up with hot dogs yesterday, so I don't want to do hot dogs today. I don't think there's any lunch meat left either. So it's going to end up being grilled cheese sandwich. Ooh, I could make a breakfast bagel. Probably end up with sausage, egg, and cheese on a everything bagel. So it's going to be a breakfast bagel lunch day. I'm going to head down to the other build, because that city's about done being built. And then our house is going to build down here. And I'm just going to roll a few more hours. I'll go down to 1 speed. Let me make sure our triggers are gone. And they are. So this is 100% built. So there's no triggers left. So this is what it's going to be. Well, we've already seen it. So it's building exactly as it's supposed to. So city block 2, except for some signs and some, newspaper machines and telephone booths and bicycles and stuff like that. We still have some accessories to put in here. But the major components are in and building like they're supposed to. So let me get out of here. I'm going to throw you all on. I'm going to throw you all on ending soon. I'm going to check the log really quick to make sure we don't have any weird collision issues with all of that stuff building into the map. And we don't. So that built clean. So since that one built clean, what I'm going to do is give me about an hour, and I'll be back, and then we'll build city block 3, 4, and 5. We'll get those tested. Then we'll spend about a half an hour or so. We'll get some accessories and stuff in that area. And then we'll come back in and we'll work on our strip mall. So we should have the entire Spanish village building by the end of the day today. So I'll thank you for everybody for stopping in. Thank you for the new follows, much appreciated. Give me about an hour and I'll be back.